Welcome everybody to the Madden Curse Week 6 matchup recap where everything's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's okay. It's going all right. It's actually pretty terrible. It's awful. But it's fine. Let's take a look at the first matchup. Myself versus Jason. I picked myself to win. I did place the caveat that if Jonathan Taylor didn't play, it would be tough. Um, Luckily for me, I did have Deion Jackson, who put up 28 points, more than Jonathan Taylor's put up all season, filling in for him. Unfortunately, did not help. On my side, the final score was 114 to 106. I think it was the closest matchup of the week. Brings me to 1-5, and Jason to 3-3, 500. We'll start on Jason's side. He had Kyler Murray 15, Brees Hall 20, Miles Sanders 14, Terry McLaurin 8, Alec Pierce 13.9, 14, Zach Ertz 14, Rondale Moore with 11, and then decent production out of the kicker with 14 points there. On my side, I had Tom Brady with 14, Leonard Fournette 22, Deion Jackson 28. Mike Evans, 8. Cortland Sutton, 3. Dallas Goddard, 4. A.J. Dillon, 9. Decent production from kicker and defense. What really hurt me was we were tied heading into the Sunday evening matchup. It was Miles Sanders versus Cortland Sutton and Dallas Goddard. I mean, you gotta like those odds, right? I feel like you're going to take Sutton and Goddard on that matchup. Cortland Sutton was number 13 wide receiver on the year. Dallas Goddard was number 4 or number 5 tight end on the year. They both put up season lows. By far, their lowest, both of them were around 9, 10, 11 points season low. If either one of them hits that number, I win. Unfortunately for me, neither one of them did. On Jason's side, Alec Pierce caught a game-winning touchdown. He caught a touchdown with 17 seconds left in that game. If he doesn't catch that, I win the game as well. But that's how it happens. That's how it goes. So congratulations, Jason. He's 500 moving forward. Um, the next matchup that we have is Brent and JT. I picked JT to win. I think maybe I was using my heart too much on that one, and I apologize for that, JT. JT got bamboozled. I think he had the worst loss of the week, 130 to 75. Brent didn't even have Derrick Henry playing this week. Did not matter. I mean, look, his running backs put up 7 total points, and he still put up 130 points. Patrick Mahomes, 20. Tyreek Hill, 30. Jalen Waddle, 17. It doesn't matter who the Dolphins quarterback is. Let's 30. That's 47 points from uh, Miami Dolphins wide receivers. Quarterback was Skylar Thompson. Pretty solid group. Mark Andrews, 23 points. Devontae Smith, 15. He didn't need all those points, but he got them anyways. On his bench, Juju Smith-Schuster and Mike Gesicki each with 20-plus points. I mean, his bench actually probably, let's see, it would have been close. If Brent's bench had played JT's starters, it would have been a close matchup that JT would have won. JT's side, Justin Herbert, 8 points. Ezekiel Elliott with actually a good game, 15. Tevin Coleman, .3. Cooper Kupp, pretty low scoring game for him, actually. Just 16 points versus the Panthers. Curtis Samuel, 2. Travis Kelce with 19. Adam Thielen, 15. -4 from the defense. So Brent remains undefeated, and JT still 500, 3-3. Moving forward. So currently 0-2 on the picks for the week. So let's see about the third matchup. We've got Fat and T, and I did pick Fat to win this matchup. He did not disappoint with a 122 to 110 victory. On T side, he started Daniel Jones, who actually not the worst game ever, had 13.5 points. So I mean, for a waiver wire QB, it's not terrible. What did hurt him, Jeff Wilson had half a point. I don't know if he got hurt or what was going on there. I mean, Atlanta won the game 28-14, so it was probably negative game script where they had to run it or pass it a lot, I should say. Eno Benjamin, a little waiver wire darling, came through with 10 points, so not a bad game there. Jamar Chase is what kept this from being just a landslide blowout. He had 32 points. Deontay Johnson, 8 points. Robert Tonyan, tight end that I had some faith in until I cut him. Put up 19 points. Chris Godwin, 15 points for a respectable 110, but Fat put up 122. Joe Burrow, highest score of the week, I believe, 32.5. Austin Eckler, 24 points. Saquon Barkley, 18 points. The running backs continue to drive Fat's team, and that's a good thing because Marquise Brown, his best wide receiver, may have been lost for the season. Fat does have some interesting. Marquise put up 12 points this week. Lockett put up 4. Gerald Everett 8. David Montgomery 9. Fat does have some interesting replacements with Marquise Brown. I mean, he got Tyler Lockett pretty late, who's even with a 4-point game, he's still, I believe, a top 12, rated in the top 12, top 15 wide receivers. Darnell Mooney actually had a decent game, 14 points. Christian Kirk, 11 points on the bench, so still has a couple different options there to try to find his true number one wide receiver, or just some decent wide receivers is okay when you got Eckler and Barkley performing the way they are with Joe Burrow. So don't know if it's going to hurt him too much there. So congrats, Fed, on the victory. 5-1, still in first on the East, and T is 1-5, hanging out with me at the bottom of the West. The next matchup, King Dingling Marshall versus Jordan. I picked Marshall to win. I was wrong. Team Bed Pooper Jordan put up almost a 20-point victory, 88-106. On his side, Lamar Jackson, 16 points, decent game. Najee Harris, alert. He has projected score was 12.2. He scored 12.9. So he's back, right? He's back. Aaron Jones, 7.4. Michael Pittman came through with 26 points, so he's looking pretty good there. Mike Williams, 3.7, classic roller coaster week. So whoever's playing Jordan next week, be prepared for Mike Williams to put up like 30 points on you. Tight end Evan Ingram, man, that guy's still around. That's crazy. He had 9 points, so can't be too mad at that. And Jerry Judy in the flex, 8.5 points there. Nothing really note while. I mean, he's got Harrison Butker on the bench, who's a kicker with 11 points, and I guess he likes his kicker. He has 2 kickers. So, all right. Marshall, 88 points when you got Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. What's going on here? Let's see. Jalen put up 17. Alvin Kamara put up 18. James Robinson put up 6. Looks like he has lost that role, or at least lost a lot of share of that role to Travis Etienne. Debo Samuel, 16. A.J. Brown, 18. Tyler Higbee, 1.7. Drake London, 7. Drake London started the season off really hot. I've sent quite a few trade offers for him. I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that. Not that Marshall's going to accept him or anything, but Drake London, just 7 points. I think the last few weeks he's been 10 or less. So I don't know what's going on with Atlanta, but they got the W. So that's all that matters, right? Congratulations to Jordan. Let's see. I picked Marshall, so we're currently 1-3 for the week. So let's take a look at the next matchup. Alex versus Scott. Alex got his first victory of the season, so he's tied at the bottom with myself and T. This matchup was 90-106 in Scott's favor, who's moving on to 3-3. I did pick Scott to win, and he did not disappoint. Josh Allen, 26 points. Christian McCaffrey, 23 points. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 3 points. his target share in the backfield was looking kind of tough. He was putting up a lot of points and not necessarily having the volume to back it up. So there was a lot of talk about maybe he's a sell high candidate. Not sure. I mean, he's still going to be rated pretty high just for the weeks that he's had, but not sure what his production is going to look like moving forward. DK Metcalf, quiet game, 5 points. Jacoby Myers, 10 points. Irv Smith Jr., 11 points from the tight end spot, and then flexing Amari Cooper for 14. On the bench, Noah Fant, Seattle tight end, got 10 points. Keenan Allen has not played since week 1. I think he's got a hamstring injury. I saw a tweet out there, something about Brian Robinson is going to come back and play before Keenan Allen's hamstring heals. Brian Robinson is the guy that got shot a few times, and he did actually come back before Keenan Allen. So that was kind of funny. It just shows you how serious hamstrings are, man. Protect your hammies, stretch them out. Alex's side, 90 points. He benched um, Russell Wilson this week. Geno Smith got the start, put up 13 points. Dalvin Cook had 15. Nick Chubb had 8. Alan Lazard 17. George Pickens 6. David Njoku 9. Raheem Mostert 6. Fat did give Alex the award of the worst play of the week. Raheem Mostert flexed at the flex, put up 6 points. Brandon Ayuk on his bench put up 28 points. That's a 22-point difference, and that would have won him the matchup. Another player on the bench that had a lot of points, Allen Robinson, had 17 points. The only thing worse than a player that doesn't produce for you is a player that produces for you only when you bench him. Allen Robinson, I don't know if he's the most frustrating player right now. I mean, I don't know that I would have started Allen Robinson. I might have cut him at this point after what he's done earlier. So, a lot of points on the bench. Not sure that Alex really. I mean, Mostert and Brandon Ayuk, I guess you could have tossed a coin on that one. Kyle Pitts had a touchdown, 11 points on the bench as well. So we might have some options there moving forward. But congratulations, Scott. I did pick you, so 3-2. I appreciate that. Final matchup: Frank versus Dan. Um, Dan took this one 122 to 93. Dan's 4-2. Frank is 3-3. I believe Dan started 0-2 and has gone on a 4-game winning streak. At one point, he was rated dead last by the ESPN app and our rankings, and he said, "F all that noise." He's going to win a bunch of games, and he's going to be very high in the rankings this week. On Dan's side, 16 points out of Kirk Cousins, 25 out of Ramondre Stevenson, 19 out of Kenneth Walker, 17 out of Justin Jefferson, 16 out of Gabe Davis, only 5 from Taysom Hill, 13 from CeeDee Lamb. On his bench, Joshua Palmer had 15, Dawson Knox had 13, Darrell Henderson had 13, Travis Etienne had 13. So Dan went from the lowest rated team in the league to putting up one of the highest scores of the week, maybe having the deepest bench in the league. I mean, his running backs right now look pretty crazy. Stevenson, Walker, Pierce, Travis Etienne, Darrell Henderson. I mean, that's a pretty strong lineup. And then, of course, I mean, his strength of the team is Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and Gabe Davis. So Dan is going to be really tough moving forward. I mean, for the rest of the season. I mean, it's he's going to be a tough out. On Frank's side, he put up 93 points, 3-3. Frank's had a little bit of a slide. At one point, he was right at the top of the division, but hey, you're still 500. You're not 1-5. Could be worse. Matthew Stafford put up 12 points. Matthew Stafford's had a rough season. Joe Mixon, 17. Devin Singletary, 15. Stephon Diggs has not had a rough season, 31 points. DJ Moore, 3.7. Hey, man, I got to give it to Frank for keeping him in the lineup. I would not have. Will Disley, 2.2. Isaiah McKenzie, 3 points. On the bench, Chase Claypool had 23 points. The Pickett got hurt. Trubisky went back in. Trubisky looks like he favors the veteran wide receivers a little more, Claypool and Deontay Johnson, where Pickett was into George Pickens, the rookie. So hard to kind of predict that one. I mean, even if he had started him, it would not have helped him, but would have got a little bit closer. I picked Dan in that one, so that does bring me to 3-3 on the week. Fat was my lock, and he got it. He was not happy about being my lock, but I am 4 for 6 on locks for the season. That's 66%. That's pretty good. Can't be too mad. We will do rankings on Thursday once everybody does their little waiver wire fun. So, good teams. I hate you. Just kidding. I'm 1-5. I'll be back though, baby. Congratulations to everybody that got their W's, and we'll be back Thursday. We're gonna do Week 7 matchup previews and rankings and picks. Love you guys.